Hello, hello, hello. Evening, Tony, Sean, Amy, Gemma. I don't know if there's any more further up. Donna, hello, my lovely. Tommy, sending love to California. How are you, my lovely lady?
Already.
Hope everybody is well. Hope you're well, everybody.
Yes, hope everyone is safe and well. And
not panic attacking like me.
And enjoying this. God, I'm red hot.
Lindsay, what's these rods you captured on your last live?
Went on last live.
It was captured when we were in Woods, weren't
it?
it?
Captured a few days
when
ago.
When we went to that grave in Woods, they were captured on there, Sean. You're a bit burned. I were hoping nobody had noticed, Donna. Evening, Jola. Evening, Amelia. I were hoping nobody noticed. Look at that for being burned. I've only been out in the sun. I went to Daughters this morning. Evening, Sissy. Went to Daughters this morning at 10:30 till 11:30, 11:45-ish.
No, we were about an hour.
About 11:30, and then we went over to other Daughters for an hour. And this is the outcome of me sitting in the sunshine. So I've now got a freezing cold fan coming on my skin, and I look like a lobster. So
she does.
Yeah. Evening, Mags. Hope you're well, sweetie. Here we go. No chat lag here. Chat lag maybe on YouTube, on Facebook. Evening, Jasmine. Mick, hello. Legs, arms, a burn. Oh no, that's not good, Amelia.
Asleep in the kayak.
How can you fall asleep in a kayak? My goodness. So yes. So before we go in, we've got the history for tonight's live. Evening, Penny. Hope you're well. I think I've said hello to Jasmine already. Oh, John Mike, thank you so much, my lovely.
Oh, thank you, John.
Big kisses. So last night's live, I don't know what come over me, but my anxiety went through the roof. I'm not sure whether it's because we was in lockdown, and for the full 7 weeks, I was in lockdown for the full 7, bar from twice when I actually went out for a walk. And last night when we were in Woods, when we got there, you could see old people cemetery. and it's cemetery. We could see old people, and I were absolutely fine. And then all of a sudden, evening, Brad, I got this. Evening, Rach. I got this. It was horrible. This gut feeling went, and then no matter how much I tried to get away from this anxious or anxiety. Evening, Angelina. I just couldn't get away from anxiety, and in the end I just had to say to John, I just waved at him off camera and I went, I can't do this. I can't do it. And I was nearly in tears when we got in the car because I felt so bad that I'd let John down and everybody else down.
I was more worried about you than anything.
No, I know, but that's not how I felt. And then he's saying to me, it's okay. And I'm going, it's not okay. But yeah, I don't know what come over. I don't know whether it's, if anybody else is feeling this, but it's like I'm not scared to be around people, but I'm scared to be around people. If that, I don't know whether that makes sense. No, but yeah, it's like it's just, even Becca. It's just such a horrible feeling to feel when, if it's because there were people on there and I was scared of them, even come out, then that's an issue that I really I want to go back out. It makes sense. Oh, bless. Thank you, John, my lovely. John. But yeah, it's like, it's something. I wanted to go back out tonight. I wanted to go back to them Woods. Evening, Donald. And John's like, no, don't go. We can't. You're not going back tonight. You're not ready for it.
Cemetery.
So cemetery Woods. It's in a wooded area, and there was cemetery.
Some trees in the cemetery.
So yeah. So Jeanette, good evening. Evening, Vonnie.
You see, you see the connection, because other night we went to a Woods.
Anxiety is a bad thing. It's not your fault, bless you.
You see,
I know.
Other night we went to a Woods with a grave in it, and then we went to a cemetery with wood in it.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
We're linking it in.
I know.
We're linking it
but I just don't. I just want to not. I can't help it but apologise and just say I'm sorry, because, like I said, I just don't know where the fear come from. Because we've done that. I mean, that's one of my favourite spots to go, is actually that cemetery, and to feel as scared as what I did with the anxiety.
Yeah.
It was just I just needed to get out of the cemetery. I know Rebecca, and I know everybody else is saying the same, but it's difficult when you're used to doing something and then all of a sudden, thank you, John, you're scared of doing what you enjoy doing, and I don't want to do that. So I've said to John, we're going to start going out in daytime to a couple of locations. So in daytime, I can get a feel for it in day, and then at night time, I should be okay. I think it's because people go back to how things were after all, but was all we've known. Yes.
It might mean that I go out on my own a couple of times at night.
Yeah, it is, Penny. It is, my lovely. Yeah.
I mean, I have to go out on my own a few nights.
Yeah, John might have to go out on his own a few nights, and yeah.
Take them out in day, and then I'll go out at night.
It's got lockdown. Yeah, I think it is the lockdown. And Amy, do you know I've never had problems in crowded places or anything. Before I met John, I used to go. Nobody mentioned Lindsay looking like a lobster. Before me and John met, I used to go into pubs on my own and everything, and I'd be first one in at 7 o'clock, and lasses weren't joining me while 9. I've never had a problem with crowds, so I don't know where that anxiety feeling come.
Evening, Simon.
Evening, Simon. Them lads that were in the graveyard actually last night, the ones that were smoking the weed, they was in there the time before when we went in with Simon, because I recognised the kid that was stood up. And I was talking to him last time like we were best friends, but this time, like I said, so I do apologise. So now John's going to read you a little bit of the history. But before he does, the first person who got buried in that cemetery
was Mary Ann
Fish. Mary Ann Fish or Fisher.
Fish.
So it was Mary Ann Fish. Now we did have people in chat last night come in. A lot were using Ann though. We're saying they're picking up on an Ann, and she were only a young girl. I think she was only in her 20s, weren't she?
She had a consumption.
So I think for me, the Ann may have been her that you were picking up on, rather than the Mary. Can't breathe, got a severe chest infection, and they are not qualified to help, and they hope I don't die. My doctor is sending really lovely email. Antibiotics, 2 pumps with your toxin. Oh, bless you, Angelina.
Okay.
Sending you lots of healing thoughts, my lovely. And that's from everybody in chat, Sweet Pea. And I hope you're feeling a lot better. And check it further with 111 calls, because
Karen said
should have referred you. Karen said Mary Ann. Yeah, I know. I can remember Anne coming out.
We are Rebecca. We are live on Facebook
on YouTube. We're only going on though till about 9:30, 20 to 10, and then we're off. And then we want everybody in chat to go over to John 6 Cents channel and just put
meat science
hashtag. No, hashtag.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, John. Love Deno. So everybody go off across from here. You've got to put hashtag
bubble bath in the post.
That's too many. Hashtag happy birthday, John. Love Deno. That's what you've got to put. But yeah, so John's going to do the history of last night's where we was. Where
we were last night. The cemetery opened in 1836 as a non-conformist cemetery as a rapid growth of Sheffield and the relatively poor state of the city's churchyard. It was a principal cemetery in Victorian Sheffield with over 87,000 burials. With its Greek and Egyptian-style buildings, was designed by Sheffield architect Samuel Worth on the site of a former quarry. The first burial was of Mary Ann Fish, a victim of tuberculosis. An Anglican cemetery with a chapel designed by William Flockton and landscape laid out by Robert Marnock was consecrated alongside the nonconformist cemetery in 1846. By 1916, the cemetery was rapidly filling up and running out of space. Burials in family plots continued through to the 1950s and 60s, but by 1978, ownership of the cemetery had passed to Sheffield City Council and it was closed to all new burials. In 1980, the council got permission by an Act of Parliament to clear 800 gravestones to make a recreation area. Through the 1980s and 1990s, most of the rest of the cemetery was left untouched, becoming overgrown. Unfortunately, many of the buildings also fell into disrepair. There are 2 rows of catacombs built into the hillside. This method of burial was unpopular, and only 10 bodies were laid to rest in the catacombs in the first 10 years.
I'm laughing at pennies.
Oh.
Honestly, you wouldn't think it possible to be as pale. Hold a bulb to me, I reckon I'd be see-through.
The dissenters' wall was built between 1848 and 1850. It divided the older non-conformist part of the cemetery from the consecrated Anglican grounds. The wall runs almost uninterrupted from the perimeter wall on Cemetery Road to the path beside the brook at the bottom of the cemetery. The nonconformist chapel is built in a classical style with Egyptian features. The sculptured panel above the door shows a dove representing the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit. Stone steps lead down to a wall with catacomb-like entrances. The Anglican chapel, added in 1850, was designed in the neo-Gothic style. Unlike the other buildings in the cemetery, the chapel was built in the Gothic style rather than the classic or Egyptian. The building is distinctive in style due to its ogival windows, the porte-cochere, and the spire. The spire is indeed far too big for the rest of the building, built purposely so that it would be seen from afar. But
the part where John just read out that 800 graves were moved, we actually took you near. On previous videos, we've actually walked around that bit of cemetery, haven't we? And that's where they're all playing football or having the barbecues, but all the bodies are still underneath. They never moved the bodies, did they? Or the information we found, they didn't move the bodies. And as we were walking back up, there's all these like gravestones that are laid down, and there's like 3 behind, like in rows of 3 or rows of 2, isn't it? Just depending on the size of headstones. And they're all just laid flat, but they start right from bottom at the cemetery, and they like fill path up. So we think that
Scotty said, they're
yeah. So Scotty had a look last night, and they're the gravestones that got moved. Am I tripping? Or does Lindsay look different? I'm sunburned. I didn't think I'd glow this much. I thought I'd look brown on camera, not red.
It's got a light on it now, so it's just Lindsay that's glowing.
I'm just on fire. I am literally on fire to touch. But yes, I couldn't answer your call last night, Jamie. I was just too upset with myself. So I apologise, my lovely, for not answering phone. But I just weren't in the right headspace. Morning, Steve. That's the boys asleep. That's the quickest day. Oh my God, Donna, I thought you'd be gone ages. Red today, brown next week. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just going to stay brown. I've just ordered some new. I wanted carrot juice oil, but I've ordered coconut oil instead, because carrot juice oil were a bit more. It weren't as factor what I need. I needed an higher factor. So yeah, but we are going to be back out tomorrow.
Well, I am.
I'm saying I'm going to see how I feel.
No, I'll probably be back out tomorrow night. Lindsay might go out in day somewhere with Lindsay.
Yeah, I might go out in daytime and have a look. There's a couple of places that I want to go and have a look, because there's one, and it is in a wooded area, and there's loads of history to that part, isn't there?
I know, but you don't do well in woods.
No, I know I don't. But there is that place. I've also emailed a couple of places today, so I'm hoping one of them will come back. Went to the Castle Ruiz in Berg Castle. Wow, Donna, with that today. Is that only open?
Come on.
Is that a 24-hour one, or is it a closed off one? That was a groovy place one day. Hold on. That was a groovy place. One day I wouldn't mind going there myself. However, seeing I'm in America, I doubt it. Thank you. Oh,
she just took us out. She just took us out.
Sorry, dog, we're messing round the table. I am not touching it. See, my hands are here. We'll have to try. We'll go back in daytime and I'll try and send you some proper photos, gravestones. I know I think we've got some.
Dog pulled mouse cable and Lindsay grabbed mouse and click button and closed it.
All off. Yeah, open 24 hours. I do. But Donna, we might have to have a look at coming down and doing that one. That'd be a nice one to do. I like my castles. There is a castle that we're going to, well, is it a castle or is it a hall we're going to be going back to? The one where we went, what we were showing Simon the other day on telly.
I think it's castle.
We think it's a castle.
I think it's a hall, but it was actually called a castle. Right.
So I think we're going to there. Hope I'm in my flat tomorrow. I'm at Clive's and he's at work. I hope you're in your flat tomorrow, Simon. Otherwise, they'll be coming across and kicking them in heads to get them moved.
You wanted to come on, Simon?
Do you want to come and join us, Simon? Send your link.
Do it on your phone if you want.
To be honest, Donna, we travel at the minute, obviously, because I think Wales is still in lockdown and Scotland's in lockdown. So we can't go as far as them places, but anywhere else that we are allowed to travel to, then we will travel, my lovely. Evening, Sarah. Hope you're well, my lovely. Simon, you good? I think he's going to be upset, Rich. I think anybody is when you're leaving your home, when you've lived in it that as long as Simon has. Evening, Jitendra. I hope I said that right. Hope you're well, my lovely. But I enjoy as much as what we did on last night's investigation. I did actually enjoy it. I just don't like if I can, but I'm using Wi-Fi. Just click link. Just click link, Simon.
Also, other thing I wanted to say to you, talk to you all about, because obviously we used that app. We did this app of the week, didn't we, last week?
Oh yeah, we did do app of the week. App of the week.
And the one we used last week, can't get it on this phone. It's on the phone. It was called Ghost SLS. And Ghost SLS, it's like an SLS.
It's on my phone here.
Is it? Is it? Look. Might have to put headphones on that. Hold on.
Hello? Simon, you look pale.
Oh, I'm stressed. I'm just on my laptop.
Just let us know if anybody's got any echo and we'll put headphones on.
I need my ear cushion.
How do I turn camera around on this?
I don't know, man. Shut dogging because I'm sick of the bar.
I haven't moved yet. I've got no home. I've got no home.
Well, you shouldn't have let him, Simon.
I had no choice.
You did have a choice. You gave them keys, and then when they've got keys, then they can move in. When you bring all the stuff across and take all yours.
They've got two little babies. They wanted to get the house painted.
Yeah, but Simon, everybody's got kids.
Yeah, but
that they have to decorate.
Babies and like.
You're too soft, man. Too soft. Right, Ghost SLS camera. If I turn that round, is it mapping me in yet?
No.
I'll just try and map me in, and then you can see.
No, it's mapping your face, and you can see. Yeah, it is mapping you in.
Yeah, can you see how it maps me in? Right. So we're going to discuss this app then, Simon, on his thoughts on it.
Oh, app of the week.
App of the week.
So yeah, this app.
I think I just showed everybody down the top.
It's got a facial recognition. So if you notice, it did like.
Bless Rebecca.
Two dots for eyes. And I think it did a dot for nose.
And then it gives you like a square body.
And then when it maps a face, I think it just puts a body underneath it.
Yeah.
Is it any good? Can't really say.
It's not. We've not had.
We can map people in with it. We've not used it that much, so I can't really say whether it would work. In theory, it should.
Yeah.
It does work. Like I said, it works, but we don't know if it works to pick up spirits.
No.
Yeah. John said hello to you, Simon.
Hello, John.
Diana said hello.
Work as it's meant to.
He's downsizing, Penny. Yeah, it works as it said it would. And when I held it against telly, it actually mapped a face in from the telly, but it never mapped anything else in at the side, which were unusual. But I'm going to keep it on my phone, and I will use that again. But go on then, 10 out of 10, how much would you rate it at the minute?
You see, at the minute, I would say 7 out of 10.
I wouldn't do it that much. I'd give it a 5, I think.
See, I get a 7 just because it's not getting false. It's not like mapping chairs in or a door.
All right, so you're a 7 out of 10.
I would say 7 out of 10.
I was going to give it a 6.
A 6. I'm on a 5.
Because I'm just above 5 because, like, it actually does what it says it does.
Yeah.
And just because we haven't caught anything on it, you know, doesn't mean it doesn't work.
It's half of the week.
But if anybody, like, in this group downloads it, you never know, they might catch something.
Yeah,
it's a free app.
I mean, it's a free one to download. So if anybody is interested in downloading it, it is.
Just give it a try.
Ghost SLS. Yeah, don't show them Tinder or
it's that little black, red, and white at the bottom.
No. Oh. That one.
That's the one that you're looking for. But they're the apps that I've got on my phone. If anybody wants to know what apps that we use for paranormal,
yeah. So it does.
It does what it says on the tin.
It does what it says. We don't know if it picks up anything paranormal because we haven't picked up anything paranormal. But I'll give it a 7 out of 10 only because it doesn't map in doors and chairs and whatever.
It maps in your face and it maps in your body.
Maps in your face and your body.
Yeah, yeah, Mags, I do.
I'll give it a 6 because it does what it's supposed to do. And even though we haven't picked up anything paranormal on it, doesn't mean it doesn't work. It just means we haven't picked it up.
No, it don't. It doesn't. So it is one I'm going to work with.
Yeah, it's one we'll carry on working with. It's not one we're going to dump.
No.
Well, I said that to you before. It's worth keeping it and working with it.
I will give the app a 9 3/4. 9 3/4. Really, War Dog? That's a bit high for one. 3/4. 9 3/4, not 3/4.
But anybody, like I say, people should download it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a free app.
Free. And
just tell us what you think. Yeah, tell us what you think. Because
if you catch anything.
Yeah, because I think you can screenshot
John might give it a bit more than a 7.
Yeah, so if I got you on, I can actually screenshot that while it's on. Yeah, I tried it other day. Sure. So yeah.
So if anybody can think of an app that we could use
this week,
as well as, because like I said, we are going to carry on using that.
The only one I will not use is
Paratech.
No. What's the one that you had on other night with
you
prayer?
can't say that. Solomon box.
Solomon box. John can use it when he's out on his own. I will. It creeps me out too much. It's called Ghost SLS.
You want to wear them head buffs, and then he can play it, and you can't hear it. Just put RACHAEL sunglasses on with head muffs.
I'm going to put it into chat what it's called.
This is on Android, by the way. We don't know if it's available on iPhone. That's it. It's just called Ghost SLS.
Yeah, I will. Is that right?
Yeah.
Just typed it into chat for you all. Yeah, I'm not keen on Solomon app, but I think that I'd poop my pants before it even starts. Oh, cheers, John. But yeah, it's bloody hell.
Yeah, it's on iPhone as well.
It's one to. Oh yes, it is on iPhone. That's good. But it is one to try. So this now we need somebody else to choose an app.
Steve said, "What is this week's app of the week?"
I don't know.
No, we're waiting for because it's for you lot to choose. First one to comment, we will try that app. But the ones we've got so far is Portal Plus, Dead Wave, Paratech, Ghost Tube, ITC Collaboration, which I ain't got a clue how to use, Paralus, which is similar to Paratech,
Hold on, these are what you use. This is not what we actually use.
Raptor.
Why don't you try
Karate.
and download a ghost detector?
They're rubbish. They don't work. Them ghost detectors. We've done them before.
I don't think that they could. There's nothing they could put on a phone that would like be a radar for ghosts.
Steve,
well,
SGK1 ghost hunting kit.
Is it free?
Is that on Android, Steve?
Grinder. Simon's already tried that.
What, Grinder?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on there all the time.
How many out of 10 would you get, Simon?
What, Grinder?
SGK1.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would they give me?
They give you one.
Yeah, they'll give me one, all right. Actually, somebody called me gay, so I wrote to him. I told him I'll give him a
3.5 one. It is
a ghost detector. What would you say? You say they don't work.
The ones I've downloaded.
What have you put?
I'll download that one as well.
You see these ghost detectors, and you see the bleeps of where the ghost is, and you put your K2 meter there, or your vent pod there. It went off. Would that change your mind?
Probably. That's where I met Simon John's put on Grinder.
Finding someone.
That one don't come up on ours, John.
What would that?
We're on Android.
If, like I say, you got a ghost detector, and you put a K2 meter there, or your teddy bear, or whatever, and it went off when you put it down on that particular spot, would that change your mind?
As comes up with Raptor.
It would. I mean, if you want to download one, Simon, that's fine. I just don't really think they work.
I've tried one before, and it was supposed to show you ghosts, and you put it on, and it did it. They just pretend that they pick it up, and it's just like a white ghost that moves across you.
I recommend Plenty of Fish, actually. That's where I met.
You've got that one, haven't you?
No, I ain't got D666 app.
I met my wife, Karita, on Plenty of Fish, and we got married.
You did?
I'd rate that.
What are you doing here, you?
That ghost hunting kit that Steve sent, it's monthly £3 or yearly 25.
It's not happening.
What you get if you if you don't subscribe, if you subscribe, so you get adverts on rest.
John's put the D666 app is good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look for that one now.
So Lindsay's downloading these.
Is that Mark Smith app? 666. Upside down radio. 666.
There's not a devil though, Simon.
Well, it was 999, but if you turn it upside down, it says 666.
I'm not allowed to go there. What did that? D666.
I know, Steve. But you could have said you could have actually said that in first place. I started hyperventilating when it was paid for.
There was advice that could detect where ghosts were. It wouldn't be a phone app. I don't know, Amy. I think some of them can be.
No, I think she's about.
I know what she's on about detecting them. Yeah, it's free but paid gives perks. Yes, I might download it for £3 a month and see how it works.
Fun though, isn't it? Or most of these apps, I don't think it's serious.
So how do I work this one, John?
Press the button.
Have you heard this?
You love that one, don't you, Lindsay? You love that one. I bet John's laughing in the background. I
think John's just taking it out of me. Good job, I've got earphones on, I can't hear it. Might be a good thing, but then again, it might be a good one.
You got ambience on it, look.
Oh, I like that.
Let's spirit box on it then.
Can't have spirit box and ambience on. You can either have.
Can't you have one that talks like a fairy?
We can try, look. We can try.
Well, that's volume, innit?
Well, like that.
What do you reckon to this one in chat?
But what's it supposed to do? Is it supposed to?
I don't know.
That's just ambient noise, that's all. And then that's the
Is it
spirit
supposed
box.
to bring in demons?
So there's all different apps then on this one.
No,
isn't
there's
there?
just 2
Evening,
ambient
David.
noises and the spirit box.
Johnny, hello. That app is horrendous. So how do I change sweet rate on it then?
Can't. It changes its sweet rate itself. It like
That's a
You'll never catch me in lipstick, Johnny.
We shall try this one. So we've got 2 to try then.
3
Why 3?
because the way that
That
one that Steve said.
Yeah. The one that John said before that on ours.
Sono X10.
Yeah, that's not on ours.
I reckon you're doing a spirit box in house. Lot.
And this one says start the session. No.
Close. Just close it because it's just an advert.
And this is one. Oh, it's got EMF meter on there. We're just trying this new appy out. Oh, that's EVP recorder. You're gonna have to work out how to use this, to be honest.
All right, have you finished now?
Oh, look, it's recording you.
Give over.
Recording you. Oh, so it can record you and then you can listen back to it. Oh, that's good. That's a good one, that. I might download that for £3 a month. 25 quid for years, not bad either. What's your opinions on using these sort of apps at home? I haven't, as I worry I may encourage something I don't understand or could control. Would you think that be an issue, do you think? Happy birthday today, David. Many happy returns, my lovely.
Happy birthday, David.
Sarah, to be honest, I was really, evening Antoinette, I was really worried about using apps or anything in the house. So we bought a shed because obviously we got Mike's were under 16. We've got grandkids coming to stop and everything. Evening, Libby.
What I would say, if you have any fears about doing anything,
don't do it.
Don't do it. Because whether it would encourage something into your house or whether it would just give you the fear it would. You know,
you can't do it.
I wouldn't do it. I honestly wouldn't. If you have a fear of it and you can't, you don't think you can. I
have got protection stuff all over the house, but I believe in the protection that I've got around the house.
So if you got rid of
me, that protection.
I've got protection.
We got you keep repeating yourself. I know.
I need to put that on. I went to clicked on new comment. Oh, look, I'm bugging it all up now. I'm going to start a GoFundMe to get a new PC.
In my home, I save after years. Yeah, for me, when I do spirit sessions in my home, I save.
You're not listening to me.
No, I can't hear you. I can't. I literally can't hear you. That's why I said to you, I couldn't hear you last time.
I said I'm going to start a GoFundMe up to get a new PC.
An SB7.
Got one.
It's only the same as watching an investigation while sat in house. It is really, John. It is quite simple. But again, I think it's that belief system. See, Michael, when he was living at home, I mean, he's been stopping his dad since lockdown, so I've actually done stuff in the house. But if Michael was at home, Michael's fear of it I wouldn't have done it in the house. That's why we bought the shed. And then now, obviously, we can do it in home. We've got a shed on garden. But we will use the shed again, obviously.
When you get fed up with John, you can kick him in the shed now.
Well, no, what we're actually thinking is if you don't get on in this flat, we're going to rent shed out to you.
Might be better than my flat.
You can live in shed.
Hey, be quieter. But yeah, so we're going to try them 2 apps that we've got and see how they go. I can't help repeating myself. I forget what I've said. Shed'll be okay for a bike, John.
It would.
No.
Only problem with my old bike, I used to have a
Do you know, Rebecca, that's the right idea.
1250 Bandit. I couldn't even get that in shed, could I? It was huge. You couldn't get it on back garden.
Back garden. Evening, Julie, my lovely. How are you?
Put a bar in the shed. We don't drink anymore.
Not as much as we should. Well, we can fill it with pop.
We can fill it with pop.
That's ain't good if I come round, is it? Fill it with pop. That'll be no good for me.
Just have Coke for you, Simon. But yeah, no, I might have a
No, I'm
bottle.
not in my new home. I'm below my new home. My new home is above me.
Yeah. His new home is actually above him.
You don't mean heaven.
He's going in flat above him. So, but hopefully you'll be in tomorrow.
He's got squatters' rights tonight.
Clive's at work tonight, isn't he?
I just had to get out. Oh, I'm
Clive working?
Yeah, I go back on the 8th. So I go back next Monday. I forgot to ring you up and tell you.
I know you did. It's okay.
No, it's been a stressful day.
I'm here and I'm thinking like, oh, what have I done?
It's a big thing to do, though. Oh, Brad's put, what's your favourite app? Oh, Brad, there's too many.
My favourite app has got to be Necrophonic. I'm sorry.
Necrophonic is, but I also like, go on, what's that other one that we use? Quantum Box and Afterlife Box. But there's so many to choose from. You like Afterlife Box, Simon?
Yeah.
So many different apps to choose from.
But there is. And this
they all work differently.
Yeah, and this is what I said to you two about App of the Week. Well, let's try them all because everybody keeps saying, what apps do you use? And like I say, we can say to the viewers, well, try them. And if they get something out of it.
They do. Ghost Tube's Rebecca's favourite.
Ghost Tube, I like Ghost Tube.
I like Ghost Tube. That comes out with quite a bit. Actually, that's quite good for
yes, John.
Coming through.
They all work with that internet.
Yeah.
Well, the ones we've been discussing do. I don't know if any. There is some
will.
There's some that do need internet, and they call live ghost boxes. And it actually, you need internet to.
Internet radio, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like internet radio, but
the ones we
use now, they've got sound banks in them.
But if you're clever, like John from Sixth Sense, who can...
Yeah, what we're going to do with these apps is, John already done the one he's
talking about,
666, but he'll have already got into coding for that to make sure that it does affect the sense, squat sensors.
Yeah. Johnny, them pictures you snapped last night, I honestly can see a little boy in them. I will post them on page, but I'll put them at the shop that they've been taken by you, and I'll put them onto group page because it just looks so unreal. Ghost Tube comes out with lots of relevant things. I've had full conversations. Yeah, it does. It does seem to answer the questions that you're asking.
I have had some funny looks, Rebecca. Even when I've been live, I've actually been in woods a few times in different places, and people have walked past, and I'm stood there with a spirit box in my hand, shouting out, and they say, "What are you doing?" And I say, "I'm a ghost hunter."
And they laugh, and
they like look at you as if to say, "Oh my God."
That woman said, "Don't tell her," didn't she?
Don't tell me if you get it out.
You see, you do it all wrong. You see, when you go in the woods and they ask you what you're doing, you should say, "I'm jogging," and then you won't get that reaction.
Brad's tried an app, one that had a radar, and it said I had a ghost impact me, almost jumped out of my skin. Is radar one? Do you think that really worked? I'd have to try it to
I don't think they do,
but I don't think it
Simon's going to try one. Joe Mac.
Because evening, Joe. Because some of them radar ones that you've got, it shows you.
I don't think they work. Personally,
it shows you them all over. I'll tell you who does use one. Danny uses one on some of his videos. Them Ghost Finder ones, you know.
Don't get me wrong, I love Danny to pieces.
I love Danny to pieces,
but he's not exactly a credible paranormal investigator.
He's never claimed to be, though, has he?
Never claimed to be.
Never claimed to be. I'm doing all right now, Joe. I did walk in last night. I had a cup of tea, tablets, and then I went to bed. and slept it off because I felt shocking last night when we got back in.
People say
I was more upset because I felt like I'd let everybody down.
People say our channel's entertainment.
I just tell people I'm talking to myself.
Yes, we are on YouTube also.
We are, Joe. And to be honest, I mean, it's like I'll go round to my mum's house and I'll be like to my mum, oh, my mum will say to us, won't she, did you go ghost hunting last night? Have you been ghost hunting again last night?
It's like a normal conversation in our family now. Did you go ghost hunting?
Did you go ghost hunting last night?
Did you go to a pub or did you watch a good movie?
And she'll say, oh, did you get anything? And then she'll just start laughing at me. And my mum's other half will come out and I'll say to him, oh, we caught something last night. We're out on investigation. We caught this. And he'll go, shut up. Load of rubbish. Don't believe it. Load of rubbish. And again, it's just his opinion, you know. But yeah, oh my God. Okay, now, hon, it's horrid when you get that feeling.
Fried rice just made. Who made it though, Johnny?
June, John, why can't we send you Facebook stars?
We haven't got them yet.
We haven't got them yet, Paul. I'm not sure how they bring them out.
Because they're all... Well, we have. Apparently, they're coming out to everybody.
Coming out to everybody over a few months.
Yeah, but it's by beta testing only for paranormal channels. It's for paranormal channels, beta test. But
gaming
and gaming channels are the only two. So I know 2 channels that are beta testing in right, I don't know. I know there's definitely 2 channels that are beta testing them for
John
paranormal.
Six Senses beta testing it
because John's obviously got a manager now at Facebook.
Yeah. So he works for Facebook.
John works for Facebook now.
Anybody got any problems? See John. I'm only messing. Please don't do that. But basically, yeah, John now works for Facebook. He's got the manager. He's got everything else. So it's all working well.
But apparently he's been rolled out.
Does that make you work for me? I manage you. So
you don't manage us.
I come up with all these little ideas and little. So I'm like the manager. So you work for me. I'm glad you don't, by the way, because I'd have to pay you.
I'm going to say when we're getting paid.
Yeah, I'd have to pay you.
If you are going out with someone, you can't stay over theirs of a night time. Yeah. With John, you were on about that today, saying that
if you don't live with somebody, you can't go to their house to have a bit of hanky-panky.
A bit of rumpy-pumpy. Joe, everybody's just going to be ignoring that anyway, so it's not going to make no difference. But you're welcome, Paul, my lovely. I work for the Lost MC.
So, yeah, the stars was actually made for gaming channels.
Yeah.
So it's just gaming channels that have got them. And beta testing is for some paranormal channels.
Yeah.
Well, those channels, isn't it? It's just for
I know some people have changed their channels to gaming channels to get the stars.
But Facebook,
we're not going to do that.
No, I won't. I don't think for us.
Yeah, not
if we get the stars given us, that's okay. But we wouldn't go out of our way to get the stars because.
But we will tell you exactly
that's
the same
money.
as what John says. If when we do get them,
it'd be free only.
We would say just send. If you get any free stars, send them us. If you don't bother.
Because it's not
when you're free though, don't you have to buy something?
No,
you get some free.
No,
you get every so often they give out free. It all goes on how many times you live stream and.
If you live stream like John does, when they live stream every night, they get so many free stars given them, and Facebook allocates them free stars. And I think the free stars will get allocated to people that are watching them constantly because they know that the stars are going to be given to them. So that's how it works. But yeah, just carry on being you as you're doing fantastic. Exactly, Joe. Evening, Madison. Hope you're well, my lovely.
Yeah, Penny.
Madison, I've missed them, my lovely. Put them back in, and I will watch for your comments coming up, Madison. Sorry, sweetie. I'm sitting eating pink and whites and a cup of tea. What's pink and whites?
Yeah, them wafers.
The wafers? I don't know.
Pink and I put
is their retail value?
Yeah, about a penny.
Yeah.
Penny is a retail value, I think.
Something like that. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Robin,
my lovely.
I hope you are all well.
But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, there's loads of new changes coming in. I just wish.
It's 8:45 now. We've got an hour and 15 minutes. And who's looking forward to John's live at 10 tonight?
Oh, yeah.
John's back in care home tonight. They haven't been there for ages.
Well, I'll be watching that.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I want to go there.
It's going to be one of them nights where
Joe won't even go back there.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd love to go there.
I'll marshmallows.
Yeah, John's live will be on Facebook. It'll be on
10 o'clock.
John's Sixth Sense, where spirit meets science, at 10 o'clock.
We have shared onto.
We shared his group page, and I've put it on my profile.
So if everybody wouldn't mind sharing when it comes out, we would really much appreciate that, and so would John, Joe, and the team. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, can't wait to see how it goes. Carol, have you watched it before then when they've been in before? Madison, phew, I thought I was being ignored. What a wally. What's the best free app you guys use? Can't wait for tonight's live. It's going to be right good, in it, Madison, tonight. I'm
the best free app we use?
Well, Necrophonic weren't a free app.
No, Necrophonic, Deadwave, Spiritus, EVP, Shifter are all paid apps.
No, it isn't. Paratech's not one of my favourites.
I know. One in Europe.
But it's not for me.
Probably that Ghost SLS at minute.
Do you think that Ghost SLS? I think it's I'm not sure if it costed anything though. Ghost Tube does cost. You can. There's a free version. There is a free version.
There's a free version of Ghost Tube, but you only record for 2 minutes. I think it's only about £2, isn't it? Anyway, for paid version.
Yeah, it's about two. It's about £2.99.
We have got pendulums, and we have used them before.
Do you want to fetch me pendulums? Bring them on knitting stand.
Knitting stand.
I've cut. What it is I bought a wool stand. You know, to do crocheting on. And we tried. John's going to bring it over. We tried an experiment when we went to Simon's, and next time we go to John's shop, I'm going to take pendulums with me because I've now got a pendulum board. But trouble is, I haven't got a. I need a different pendulum board.
There are 3 of Lindsay's pendulum, and that one wants a chain on it.
But what I do is, look, that's what you're supposed to put a long thing dangling front middle that you put your wool. So because it stands on deck, it stands there, and then what we do is I'll put my favourite on. I put that on, they can't see it though. So I put it on that. I mean, it's going to swing now because I'm holding it. And then we place his fingers. It were there, weren't it, Simon, on bottom? Yeah. That bit. And you just put your finger on that bit. And so the energy is going to come up through the metal. And it does work. We did it at your house, didn't we, Simon? Yeah. We did it a few times at Simon's with pendulum. And Simon even tried it because I did it. John did it, and Simon said, I'm not doing it. And then he says, yeah, but I don't know whether it's working or not. So Simon tried to relay. Somebody delete Victor, please, or ban, be preferable, knobhead. But yes, so with a pendulum, it does actually work just by the finger there. So
and then Lindsay,
you just get so many stupid people in this world.
Lindsay bought pendulum board.
I did.
felt sorry for his mother to bring a person up like that.
You do. I don't know if
his poor mother would be disgusted.
Do you know? I can't get that off now. They're just sad and lonely. That's all, yeah. Simon. Do you know? They just know better to.
Yes, I love you, mate. I would love you. I am gay, you know. I love a good fucking me. Oh my lord! I hope you got a big one. You've got a big one.
Oh, hey. I don't know where our moderators are tonight.
See, no, I don't think nobody can block him, can they? But I don't want him blocked.
Yeah.
I'll just rip him to pieces.
Well,
Because
just a
people
day.
like that, they can give it, but they can't take it. Especially when
Trouble is, our moderators are on YouTube, so we don't have moderators on Facebook. So when Oak goes bad onto Facebook, mods have to come up. Do you know, Libet, you just have to ignore them and let it all the It's only because you can't play with yourself. That's all they are for.
Well,
so yeah, so that's my pendulum board that I bought. But we're going to order I want a new one, and it's made out of wood. What?
That's made out of wood.
No, I want that round one off tree bark. This one's not good enough now. I want the round one on the tree bark. Do you know which one I mean? It's 30 quid.
No, you're all right, Bewitched. Don't worry about it. We've got it.
It's all right, my lovely. We've handled it.
Thank you, Kimmer. Kimmer's deleted his comments.
No worries, my sweet. Me and Steve got him. I think everybody jumped on
him. He hasn't gone. My boyfriend's gone. My boyfriend's gone.
What a tramp do one. Oh dear. But yeah, it is difficult because we have mods on Facebook and we have mods on YouTube, and it's the same, but it's easier to mod on YouTube than it is Facebook. But yes, thank you, my lovely guys. And that one is a pendulum that I've got, but it's not got needs a chain putting on that one. But I do like my pendulums. You know what they say, people who talk about it ain't getting it, I know.
We've also got some dowsing rods, but we don't really use them on investigation.
I'm not keen with me. I like the dowsing rods when we first got them, but my problem is because my hands shake. That's why I needed the stand to put the pendulum on, because my hands shake anyway. So even if I'm holding rods, I wouldn't trust it that it'd be me that weren't moving it, just because I know how my hands shake. So yeah.
I always say
stand out on one. Maddie says it's actually, this stand is for wool.
It's got a magnet on
It's just got a magnet on top, and it's normally has this like long, it's plastic
like
and metal. Yeah, it's like an arrow.
And you stab your wool on it,
and you put your wool on it, and then you can I crochet off my wool. But that's what that were. But I just took middle off. I think they're about £6, if that, on eBay. But just put in a wool stand, and you'll see them, and you'll see it detachable because it's just a magnet on top.
Just remember, you got
it's quite handy. Can you see the pendulum board crystals seekers do? Have you seen the pendulum board's crystal seek? I haven't, Sarah. No, the ones I've been looking at, I forgot the name of company. But what they do, it's like tree bark. I've spoke to Andy and Becky from Elemental Encounters, because I know he does all this.
I've got them on Amazon. They're £12 on Amazon. You probably get them cheaper than that, but they call the Wool Genie Magnetic Wool Feeder.
That's what they're called. But yeah, have a look at it. It will save you. It saved mine getting dog hairs all over, because
Joe,
used to fly all over.
You can do it with anything. You can do it with a wedding ring and a piece of string.
You can't, don't matter what you do it with. A pendulum, all they say is that a pendulum just needs the piece of string and a steady hand. So just make sure your hands are steady. Evening, Doreen. Hope you're well, sweet pea.
That stand you've got, it cuts out where people say you're moving it.
It does, because if you've got your finger on it, and
you're moving it.
But the thing is,
shaking.
No, because problem you've got then is your fingers touching it, so they have to keep an eye on the finger to make sure you're not poked. But obviously, if you're going to knock it, you're going to see it, aren't you? Yeah.
If you've just got your finger on a piece of metal.
Yeah. So it comes in handy for two things. It comes in handy if you're a crocheter, and you're also into pendulums. It comes in handy for both.
It comes into debunking, doesn't it?
It does come in when people are holding them with their hands.
If anybody's interested in pendulums and pendulum boards, just tell them about that one. Or do you want to get yours first?
No, you can show you pendulum boards that I want. Because I've spoke to Andy and Becky.
We are no way officiated with this.
No, but this is the website we've been looking at, because it's got some really good stuff.
We don't know them. We've just seen it. There's a Facebook page called Charred Macabre, and if you go on their shop, try and get one up. Pendulum boards. It's like You can see them there, look. You see them. And there's a stand for your pendulum.
And everything on them. But they're like 30, 40 quid, some of them. So I have seen where it's been attached to. We will say, assuming okay, and it's been asked questions and we've gone with no. Yeah, that's all right, Joe, to do it that way. But there's lots of ways of doing it when you're not touching it. It's quite easy. But yeah, that's the one. It's one of them that I want. But you look how short the pendulum is on that one, you see. So I'd have to shorten me, unless they did one way out higher.
So yeah.
But yeah, but I like working with pendulums. I just don't do it necessarily.
Well, like I said, we're not affiliated in any way with that Child Macabre, so if you are watching and want to send us any free stuff, advertising.
But yeah, they are. It is good stuff that they do, though. I do like that. But like I said, Andy from Elemental Encounters and Becky, they both getting red hot in these. They actually do it. So yeah, I've had a lot of good responses from mine. Yeah, Madison, I do like it, and and sometimes I will hold it with my hand when I'm not going through a shaky moment. But I do like them. They do give you answers, but again, you can only get a yes, no, and don't know. They're your three answers I think you can only get. So Tony's put right. But they look good. They do look good. They make a load of other things as well. But like I said, I'm hoping Andy can sort me out with one, because he's really good with his woodwork and stuff. So when do you think you'll be up for investigations again then, Simon?
Well, I'm hoping I'll be ready for Saturday. Hopefully.
Yeah. So it's not.
I've not heard anything above me like moving furniture, because they said they was going to move my furniture in tonight.
Yeah.
And I've not heard any bangs or anything like moving furniture yet. And it's nearly 9 o'clock. And it's supposed to rain tomorrow and it's all outside. So I'm a bit worried. If they
Can't you phone him? Can't you phone him?
Problem is, I can. But the problem is people lie. And
just tell them
that you've got a key to get him flat upstairs.
And if I say,
what he's saying is,
I'm a bit worried.
He's outside.
Yeah, but if you get him flat upstairs, you can have a look to see if it's in, can't you?
I'm sure he would have heard him. You would have heard him in flat.
I would have heard him.
If I were you, I'd phone him. If I were you, I'd phone him and say, I'm waiting up till you bring stuff because I need to get some of it sorted tonight.
Anyway, till 2 o'clock in the morning, until Clive gets in.
That's what I'm saying. So say you need it in before 2 o'clock, because when Clive gets in, he's going to want to go to bed.
It's a worry, but I sit here and I think, oh no, I'm not going to worry. It is what it is. I'll put myself in that position. I'll put myself in that position. And I've got the flat now, and that's all I'm bothered about. It's only material things. Material things can always.
I know it is, but it's not that. I'm waiting for the castle behind me to open again so I can go explore.
Did you fill the car up though? Bring some stuff.
No, I just wanted to get out quick. It was like I was sitting there and I was packing stuff, and I wouldn't say tearful.
Evening, Yvonne.
Hey, I
was a bit upset.
Yeah, it's a big move though, Simon. You've lived there for a lot of years. You'll have to let us know when you get to
get my head around it. And I just said, that's it. I'm going up to Clyde's. I couldn't get a bath. They was at my door at 10 o'clock. They come round the other night painting, and they left all the rubbish and everything. They took loads of stuff on my bed. So I had to tidy my bedroom up because, like, they ripped all the carpets up in the landing, the stairs.
But again, none of this should have been done till you were out of house.
I know.
But But you're too soft and you just let them because they use excuses that they've got kids. But if you speak to everybody in chat here, if they were moving and they wanted to decorate, they wouldn't be able to go in prior and decorate and rip everybody's carpets up until they were actually in that house. And if they were painting, then they'd stop at the mums and stuff. You know, the people make alternative arrangements. So I think that it's not good for this.
I am soft, but like at the end of the day, it is what it is. They've got 2 little kids. I can understand they don't want the smell of paint around the 2 little kids, even though it's still going to smell of paint.
I will. The Woodland Park really active. Are you going on your own, Madison? You are very brave if you go in the woods on the woodland on your own. I don't even think I'd go in woodland on my own.
Oh, I love being on my own.
Oh, so what? Going out investigating?
Not just investigating. I just love being on my own sometimes in the dark. I think it's like because.
Do you mean just in a flat? Do you mean just in a house?
No, in the woods, in an house, in an haunted house, or anything. I think it's like because, like, I would say, fearful.
Do you know, very true that, Brad. Yeah, but Brad's just put. He's heard sometimes when people move into new apartment, they start decorating and stuff like that. It can bring about more paranormal activity. Well, your house had some activity going off anyway. So maybe by them coming in and doing what they're doing.
I haven't told them that bit. But,
no, it is wrong, Rachel. It is wrong.
It is. Yeah. But like I say,
under here.
I
don't be scared of Billy. I won't hurt you.
2 young kids. You know, they've got 1 newborn, and they've got what about
sometimes
2 years old.
Yes, I will. My lovely. But yeah, Diana's just put everything will work out and stay positive. Only in daytime, never at night. That not brave. In daytime, I don't mind. I'll go anywhere in daytime on my own. I ain't got a problem with that. But at night time, no.
Well, when you go at night in the woods.
I think. Do you know when I was younger, Simon? I used to walk through woods umpteen times when I was younger. You know, from ages from about 12 onwards. Even up to about 30, I used to walk through woods if we'd been drinking in pubs or wherever. And quickest way home for me was through woods. I'd walk through woods because I was comfortable in that area because I grew up in that area. But I know how areas change, and even now it's not safe. But the one at woods we went to, it wasn't safe for just us two to be in that woods on his own. Evening, Sam. It weren't safe for us to be on that woods on his own. So, but that's not because what's in the woods. That's because of the younguns that knock about around that area now. Because everything's changed. All areas have changed. But definitely, I'd go back in there.
You see,
I just need to see if we can get Big Red in.
I was so scared at one time of like spirits and stuff like that. I wouldn't even watch an horror film.
Really? What made you change, Simon?
Because I've always been interested in it, and I've had some experiences. And like I said, I was always scared, and I wanted to conquer my fear.
Yeah, I thought Penny was here.
I just conquered it. I just thought one day I'm going to do this, and it's like, how many of us sit there and say we're going to talk to ghosts, but we do it in his head. We talk in his head to ghosts. We don't say anything out loud because we think.
Well, I mean, sometimes I talk out loud to relatives or friends that have passed.
A lot of people like me that think it's stupid. You get this idea in your head, or you can't talk to ghosts like normal.
I don't walk around streets talking to him. Well, I may have done in past, but I'd sit in house and talk to him. Or like if I go to my dad's gravestone, then I'll sit and talk to him.
People do that normally. But like, if I just sat here and says, "Right, spirits, I want you to show me that you're hearing me," you'd say it in your head, but you wouldn't say it out loud. feel a bit
if
stupid.
you said, if you were talking out to spirits in general, then it don't matter whether you. But this is the thing: whether you say it in what they're saying is, or how people surmise it works is, even if you say something in your head, the energies know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Do you know? So
Do they? Do they? I try experiments with that, and I've seen them evidence that it is like that. I talk in my head, and then I'll talk out aloud, and I've never seen any answers in there.
Yeah.
But it's whatever you believe in. I think that's what it boils down to.
It is.
You know.
Yeah. See, I've never been scared of ghosts. I used to watch horror films when we were little, but what scared me the most was doing the Ouija board in my teens and then watching things like the Ouija board film and other films that have got, you know, like a Ouija board in it. But then the things I experienced were I were with friends that I trusted. Things happened, and I know they happened. You know, they were in front of us, and we know. But that put me off using a Ouija board. That then made me scared of the negative sides, the darker energies. Where now I'm getting used to not being scared at dark energies as much. But I can still get a bit anxious over them. Simon, just want to say things are quite shitty at the moment, aren't they, my lovely? But things will get better, and I think for you, better things are to come.
Well,
that's
thank you.
from Joe Mack. Hey, Stuart, hope you're well, my lovely.
I always think things always happen for a reason, and I've always thought that.
Yeah.
You know, we're just a giant experiment on this.
We are. I mean, Madison's just put, she totally agrees and feels the more experiences you have, the easier it becomes and the less scared of it that you become. Like it's like when you've got all devices going off, isn't it? Like first time flashy balls flashed, I was like, oh my God, there's an energy around that ball. Do you know? And then it got easier the more, because I'd never used flashy balls prior to when we've used them.
I get excited.
I'm always flashing the balls. I'm always flashing my balls. I mean,
Sam's put, I watched one horror film ever. I was sitting there wondering if someone is chasing them around the house with a chainsaw. Why don't they just leave the house? I know.
Get it, Karen. Take off.
Oh dear. But yeah, you do become immune. Bewitched, I don't want to assume, but my cat seems to listen to me more when I say it in my head. Ooh, interesting, Rebecca. But
our dog don't listen to us, whatever we say.
No, she don't. She's a biatch.
She's a lovely dog.
She's a biatch.
She's a pain. She's lovely.
And I'm not swearing when I say that. That's an old saying. There's an old saying. What is for you
won't go by you.
Won't go by you. It will smack you in the tub. I've never heard that one though. Are those? They're not Brad. No, they are actually cat balls. Now, some people, when you read up, you're going to fetch him.
Yeah.
When some people say, when they're talking about these cat
balls, get his balls out, can he?
Especially when they're flashing. I've read a couple of comments where people are saying, "Oh well, I know that they're set to go off. They're on like a mini timer, so they'll flash every so often." They don't. These
they're them. They're the ones we use.
So what you do, you press your button down. Check it,
and it flashes.
Right?
But I can sit there.
Wait while it stops.
What do you done if it didn't stop?
That's me moving.
That's him moving his hand.
If I try and sit still here, let's see how long it don't go off for.
Unless my voice triggers it. But these flashy ball ones, there is no timer on them. They are actually censored to touch and movement. So there's some nights, especially when you go back and watch ours or you watch other paranormal teams. Last night we were out all night. I don't think we had any interaction last night with them balls at all. And we had them down on the floor. We had them down on the floor. We had them everywhere. Them balls.
Don't tell everyone, Lindsay.
So, yeah, I know. Took me a while to work out they were cat balls and not CAT balls. Thought cat was initials or an abbreviation. I know you don't think they do, Lindsay, but I think spirits gives you warning about people who are bad. I've even been warned by spirits. I believe that, Rebecca. I do believe that. But them balls, yeah, they are a really good bit at like Yvonne said, a bit at kit.
Remember, it's not gone off.
So they're not on timers. And to be honest, if you want to check them out, they're about £3 online, or £2 if you order from China. Evening and day.
£2 if you order from
China. If you want to order from China, they are about £2, £2.50 something. Order some and check them out for yourself. Quite a few times I've walked away because they've seen the games, etc., and I'm like, no, don't need the playground. I'm a bit long in the tooth for that malarkey. We're discussing drama-ish comments. Don't discuss it in chat, my lovelies. We don't do drama.
What's that?
I don't know. I'm just messaging. I'm just long in tooth for that malarkey. So I just don't want to get into drama chat. Thank you. Going to buy. So yeah, Brad, you want to, my lovely. I bought an EMI machine. Basically, it's a very expensive flashy ball. Well, it has a temperature and an EMF as well. The flashy ball works well. I took one apart. It works by a sensitive spring. They're a good job. Ooh, Sam, can you send us a link? My lovely, and we can have a look at them.
No, don't. You said expensive.
Oh, dear. No, I was on about people. Oh, you're on about people with me. Yes. Yeah, I do believe that. Yeah.
So, yeah,
no dramas.
This ain't gone off yet. And I will show you that it is turned on. There you go.
So you've seen him moving his hand to turn it on. But what you do have to be careful with these balls is, oh, look, I'm holding your ball, look. I'll turn it off now. What you do have to be careful, though, with these is, if you're in a room and it's echoey, shout out first before you use them. Because if you're in an echoey room, they do vibrate from voice. So in our experience, they have vibrated through me laughing.
I had a sensitive one, didn't I?
You had a sensitive ball, and every time I laughed, it went off. When
we're up against glassware. Bear paranormal investigating bear, stuffed animal with paranormal stuff. Yeah, I've heard it. We've got a REM bear, which is just a REM pod in a teddy bear.
Two.
We've got two.
Don't put your balls down, love, and go and get your.
I'm quite happy, sir. We're holding my balls.
Go and get your REM bear.
Normal channel.
Found a new app called Spirit Speak, John, and it doesn't have letter banks. Ooh, Spirit Speak. Are you over in UK, Brad, or are you in America? Did you say? Because if you're in the UK,
this is.
I can tell you who to get in touch with. Spirit Speak.
REM bear. So it's just like a REM pod. If anybody hasn't seen it, it has an aerial on it. It's got a battery pack in it. There you go, look. And you can have it of a musical.
Which one is it? Top one? Hang on. Is it?
There you go.
Steve, is it top one or second one down?
We're gonna miss about 100 comments.
I know. Andy's commented.
Brad says he lives in Disneyland, by Disneyland. You know,
No, it'd be too expensive.
What's our favourite bit of equipment?
Joe, there's two. I can't. Do you know we get asked this all the time, and I can't answer. He stopped playing with him now, Libby. But yeah, see, I can't pick a favourite bit of equipment because everything we use, we use for different reasons. Camera, all right, my lovely.
Spirit box. I mean, if you're talking at ITC, probably Spirit box is my favourite. I do like my Spirit boxes.
I just don't like radio coming through. I don't like to hear the radio bleed. So I'd rather it either be. The phone I bought is the first version that came out, and they don't make them anymore. But version 2 is 350. But as a temp human to EMF and data logging, the company is Senex Paranormal. I will have a look at that.
The Wayne.
A flashy ball for £350. Might do.
My flashy balls for £350.
I love the app. I think it's what you used. And loads come through with what we don't remember. Which app did we use? When we did work with Joe.
It could have been Quantum Box or Necrophonic.
Could have been, yeah, it could have been. I've still got to do the second part of that, Joe. So we're going to have to arrange it for this week. You know, we'll have to arrange a phone call for this week sometime, my lovely. Or not a phone call, a video chat.
What's your favourite piece of equipment? What makes me laugh when people say, what's your favourite bit of equipment?
Yeah.
You use it all the time. Like when you're filming an investigation, like John has always got his flashing balls out.
And necrophonics. And
necrophonics. Yeah. And that tells you that you're using this equipment all the time. So obviously that's got to be your favourite bit of kit.
It is. I mean, like Amy's.
So
well, if you don't want
you're not paying attention. So lovely people, pay attention, and you want to see.
Ben, hope you're well, my lovely. No, Amy, we're keeping Ovulus. That is one good. What that I like Ovulus. The only thing I don't like with the Ovulus is when you hold it in your hand, it actually picks up energy from your hands and it starts spitting out a lot more words. So we either have to try and balance it in front of Big Red, but then you can't see what it's saying half the time because you haven't got it in your hand. Or if we go to different locations, we'll have it on, but then you can't always hear what's being said on top of others. So it's a bit. It's a good piece of kit, but it's how many times we use it.
I think that EMF meter,
the sound recorder so far, yeah. We have been trying an experiment out with Joe.
Hey, Ben.
Joe McConaughey. We've done one session with Joe, and we're going to do another one where we tried, because when we've done it online and we tried to communicate with families or with loved ones crossed over, there's too many energies trying to come through at once. So with Joe, we've tried a one-on-one situation, and I think we did it for about an hour and a half first time, didn't we? And some of the information that Joe got come through. Well, Joe will tell you herself. She won't get too much can't any information.
That's true, Sam. It is
because
piece of equipment.
Yeah, it is. She can't give too much information away because we've still got to work with her, but she can tell you whether it worked or whether it didn't. So I'll let Joe comment back on how she found the first session. It was really good, and believe me, I wouldn't say that lightly. Yeah.
You see, I find the K2 meter is a very piece.
I look like a lobster. Evening, Gina.
Yeah, I find the K2 meter very.
What, the EMF?
Yeah, because like every time we try to
K2 meter.
This is why I love it. Every time we try to debunk something with it, and we say, yeah, it's our phones and it's this and that, and then like you go off camera and you put your phone next to it, and it don't light up again, and it makes me think, is it?
Yeah.
And I'm really trying
to. When your phone's not live streaming.
Well, when we've used, we
Lindsay,
stopped
you
using.
Look sunburnt on.
I am very I've only been out in it for about 2 hours this morning, 2.5 hours. And look at that beauty. I've got red mark, look. It'll turn brown in about 3 weeks. Yeah, I'll leave Joe talking in chat. But again, Joe, don't put too much what we've not already done, because then we can't pick up on that, if you know what I mean. Look. I forgot what to say. Oh, yeah. With EMF meter, me and John's used that a couple of times, and we stopped using it because...
When you're live streaming, when you're actually live streaming, your phone throws out a lot more EMF
than what it does when it's off.
Not,
yeah.
If you know what I mean. So we have a problem when we're live streaming. If we're pre-recording, I would use a K2. You'd have to use it at quite a distance, like we did at Fenton overnight. You would when we had it.
We did it in cemetery, didn't we?
Yeah.
We went to this cemetery, Back Lane Cemetery, I think it was called. There's like an alcove bit, but you do have to be right respectful when you go there. An old gentleman comes out, and you just have to explain to him politely what you're doing, because they've had quite a bit of trouble from kids going in and investigating, running all over graves and trying to run his sister over and everything. So, yeah, very disrespectful.
I better get that washing in a bit then, Rebecca.
I know. But we were actually sat in like this little alcove bit, what used to be part of church, and we were sat further back, and we did put the EMF over the other side. We didn't actually get any reactions off the EMF, I don't think, but we didn't, our equipment, we were too far away from it. But it was like other night, there were me, John, Simon, and Deno.
I had to read Smelly Cats. It said I didn't see her burn. I thought it said I didn't see her bum.
She just looks beautiful today. Oh, bless you. Mwah. But yeah, it's so when we were in John's other night, we were all not quite close to that, but you've got 7 devices going off in that room, plus other devices that we've got round, which were kicking EMF off. And I think, I'm not going to say it weren't, and I'm not going to say it were, but you've got to take into account the devices you've got round there and how far away, because I think you've got to be at least 4 or 5 meters away when there's just one of you or 2 of you to stop that interference going off. Any closer than that, then you've got to put it down to your phone.
Very good camera so you can see what we're doing.
Yeah. Don't like storms. Monica on my phone, she's glowing. I'm like a Belisha beacon. I'm hoping it's going to be nice tomorrow, because I want to go and sit in garden tomorrow. I'm just making sure it's not raining, but it does look like it's going to rain, you know. It's got that covering cloud. So, yes, I want to see all 48 of you that we've got on over on John 6 Sense, where Spirit Meets Science at 10 o'clock in their chat. And I want you all to remember to put hashtag Happy birthday John. Love Deno. And they'll go. But if everybody puts it, we're just going to take all their chat. So when I say as I'm such a believer, yet a skeptic, and I said they couldn't have known what we heard that day. Oh, Joe's still talking. Yes. Always do EMF sweep. Do you know that's best thing to do? Because again, when you think about it, even if you're in a pub or somewhere like that, there could still be electric fridges, but maybe plugged in and stuff.
Depends. I mean, like probably you've got fridges, you've got the pumps, you've got all sorts of wiring in bar. You know what
SMDs. What did SMD stand
Social media disasters.
That were it. Social media disasters.
That says SMDs. Social media disasters.
I'll send an happy birthday to your phone in the morning, Vonnie Foreign, singing happy birthday. I like the rain when I'm looking like a lobster, because I could go and stand outside in rain and I think it would sizzle on my skin. In fact, I think if I put an egg I think if I put an egg, I know. I think if I put an egg, look at that, it's even giving me white lines on my thing. On my boob.
You've got white lines on your thing.
I bet if I put an egg on my chest here, it would cook and I'd have a nice fried egg.
No, not now.
Not on our live, Becca, on John Six Senses live. But he'll still love that one. Oh dear, I hope it is nice tonight. Love chatting with you guys. See you later. Watching the live. Thanks for tips and ads.
I need to go out in a minute.
Madison, my lovely. Going to jump in shower. And don't forget, you've got to hashtag that, Madison, on John's live as soon as we go on. Give it 5 minutes.
No, happy birthday, John.
Yeah.
From Deno.
Hashtag happy birthday, John. From Deno. Yeah. Happy birthday to Deno. You could even do hashtag to Deno. My birthday's on the 15th. Wow. Well, do you know how bad a person I am today? I actually thought it was my grandson's birthday today. I phoned him up this morning. And I said to Ashley, I'm going to phone our Jacob up in the morning about 9 o'clock. She said, okay. So I phoned him up with happy birthday to you. He's going, Nan. And I'm continuing singing happy birthday. He's going, Nan, it's not my birthday. I went, what? It's not my birthday. His birthday is not, well, next month. And because of this lockdown, my mind and brain is all over the
next month, and it's
all
7 days before daughters. So when she's saying,
I promise I won't get it wrong.
What's your star sign, Simon?
I'm keeping that a secret.
Well, what month were you born?
I'm keeping that
Why?
a secret. People can know a lot about it on your birth sign, you know. If you told people
astrology,
they can tell a lot about you. All your secrets, that.
There you go, Bewitched.
Everybody copy that.
What do you think I am?
Copy Bewitched.
What birthday?
Do you know, I don't even know. We don't know when his birthday is, but I can't remember what month it were.
Well, it's only just gone, hasn't it? Because we're supposed it's been during lockdown because we're supposed to be going out.
Yeah, but was that last month?
Like May. Yeah, May.
Well, your birthday is not May.
No.
April.
Are we narrowing it down? Or we have a little guessing game here?
Yeah. I can't believe
March. It was March, weren't it?
I'm not saying a word. People know an awful lot about you from your star sign.
They don't. I'm a Leo. John's a Leo.
I think I've got cancer.
Give over.
I'm an Aries.
Aries.
I'm supposed to be a leader. In my star sign says I'm very intelligent. I'm a leader. I'm a thief. So I could be a criminal mastermind in the stars. So, like, if people read your stars, they can tend to know a little bit about you.
They can.
You know,
they can know a little bit about you. I mean, it's like us. I mean, to send me and John are both Leos.
And then you so freely give up that information.
I'm sure John.
Here? Oh, I'm a Cancer. I'm a Libra.
Yeah.
I mean, me, you see.
Is it Joe?
But the thing is, right? I mean, we're both born. Me and Lizzie were both born on the same day, different years, but same day. So we're both Leos, and we're both like on the cusp of what or whatever. But we're total opposite, born on the same day.
We're not same. He's not loud and in your face, and don't talk to strangers. Whereas though I'm loud in your face and I talk to strangers.
But you always have the exception to the rule.
We are both.
Yeah, we are very stubborn. Yeah. It's very stubborn, but very protective, I'd say. And I'm always right.
But it's like you say, when you tell people your birth sign, you don't realise what information you're giving them.
Brad's a Libra. You're same as Madison, you, Simon. Do you know, like you said, Simon, astrology can tell you so much about a person.
Yeah, Joe, I was born in 72 and Lindsay was born in 74.
Yeah, I'm a tiger.
I'm a rat.
I'm a ram.
I was born the year of the tiger. You're a what? A man?
A ram.
A ram?
Yeah.
You wrote that down, haven't you?
Yeah, I twiddled with it.
And then in Chinese, I'm a rat. English, I'm a ram.
Yeah, I'm a Leo and I'm a tiger in Chinese. Oh my God, Lindsay, we're practically twins. We are. Same year and lot. Loud and proud, opposites attract. Yeah, but I didn't think, Andy, that opposites attracted if you were born the same day and the same month, different years apart. I thought he was lying to me when he told me.
Said not even my birthday.
I know. Year of the monkey, you, Tony. He talks
Just
to
spoil
strange
everything
spirits.
What do you
Do you know?
Can I do that to you?
No, because I'll burn.
How many people say, oh, it's a load of baloney, these stuff.
No worries, Madison, my lovely. Take care, sweet pea.
But I find it interesting.
Go on, Simon, you find it what interesting?
Lindsay, you say makes me great,
the stars interesting.
What?
Because
yeah, I do.
Because they've studied the stars from generation to generation to generation. And then they've come up with what people are like.
Yeah.
So basically, I believe we are like this, and we can all see ourselves in other star signs.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know,
Mags has put, so you don't like people knowing your business then, Simon? I mean, I can answer that. Simon tells everybody because he's got nothing to hide. So he don't keep, but he likes to be the one telling his business rather than somebody else making.
I don't tell everybody my business. I tell everybody what we are really like.
Your life story.
Yeah, my life story. You know, I'm not an educated person. I didn't really go to school.
Ooh.
I started school. I was never an honest person. I was a dishonest person. I've done some dreadful things in my time. But at the same time, it's led me into the person I am today. You know, and
it's different generations growing up.
You can't judge a person.
Do you know as well? They were on about
judging yourself.
They were on about.
I can't answer that, Joe.
They were on about.
I'm not asking ladies the raiders.
They were on about other year or a few years back. They were on about changing star signs dates, weren't they?
Yes,
did they ever change it?
I don't know.
Does anybody know? They were on about changing star signs dates and that for star signs. Did they do it?
Yeah, because there are two sides to every star sign. Yeah, I suppose there is two sides to different star signs. And yeah.
I just find this.
I was 1974. What year were you born, Simon?
18.
No, 1960.
01.
1960.
That makes me a perfect bastard. Because in the 60s, we was called love childs, weren't we? It was a baby boom.
Do you know? They were a baby boom in the 60s.
Yeah, I will explain another time.
Thanks, Joe. Weren't they going to add more?
I can't remember.
I think they were going to do something with them, weren't they? If they are on the cusp, apparently they can be opposites. Ooh, 1974 here, but if everyone has some 35.
Yeah, they were on about either changing dates, and like I said, adding one in, or changing dates. So it weren't going to affect us. I know we were going to stay at the same star sign, but they did put it. They did right. It was a while ago. I can't remember exact.
Yeah. Am I 45 now? I'm gonna sneeze. Am I?
Oh dear.
Get stuff. I didn't know.
Did you wait?
Yeah. I was sneezed and tiddled. It's what you get with having 3 kids.
We really wanted to know that. We really did want to know that one, Lindsay.
Oh dear. Well, I can't help it. It's having 3 children and not doing pelvic floor exercise.
But I don't sneeze and piddle.
This is why I don't get how a man can hold his wee in.
You can't.
Well, let's not get on to this. It's paranormal. Let's not. It's a ghost hunting channel. Tell a lady.
I know. I think I need a bag full.
Anytime, look. Lots of laughs, I sneeze and tiddle.
Sneeze and tiddle, and I only had the one child. Oh dear. In sun signs, it includes the constellation of, I can't say that, Ophiuchus, which shifted all the star signs. Ah, interesting. No. But no, I do like. I think there's truth behind some star signs, though. But it's got to be somebody.
It's like we've been studying them.
Who's really done it, yeah. Who's really got knowledge of
stars for that long. You know that there's got to be some truth in it.
We can't stop now.
There's got to be a bit of truth in it of what our characters are really like, because like stars are studied before God existed.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, we've always studied the stars.
My daughter was 1990, 1992, and 2004. I had my son.
Daughters.
My daughters were 1990 and 1992.
And the other daughter.
And my son was 1994.
Going back, Leo and Leo can be fiery.
Oh yeah, she can.
What?
Be fiery.
Me? I'm not fiery.
Be careful what you say now.
As red as I am, I'm as fiery.
Ophiuchus.
Yes, I am. Ophiuchus.
That's what
I know, yeah. Leo
yeah, but I mean, going back to the start, I mean, even Stonehenge was set up for
for the stars,
weren't it? For sun rising and setting and moon and everything.
Yeah, but again, it were all to do with astrology, weren't it? That they were born. The thing you were going on. Oh.
I mean, if anybody hasn't seen it, and I do apologise if it does offend anybody.
Investigations brought to you by Tenor Protection for those scary moments.
John Sixth Sense did a video. And I will put the link up on our page and group.
Oh dear.
I think it's on YouTube, and it was about religion. And it made so much sense. It was about how he thinks religion came about.
I think I shared it.
And it were all to do with astrology.
Yeah, I shared it in group. I don't know if I shared it on page.
Three wise men were actually a constellation and things like that.
It was it was really, really interesting because it actually...
with day.
I
can't remember.
Really interesting.
Really interesting.
I'll check and see if I've shared it because I thought I shared that.
About the Bible. The Bible was a big conspiracy.
Well, I don't think it's conspiracy. I don't think it's a conspiracy theory. But I just
three wise men and the stars come in was because people were saying like the Bible is just a conspiracy, a controlment.
Exactly, Joe.
But it's whatever you think. Like if you think religion is going to be good in your life,
so close,
and helps you, then so be it.
See you later, Julie.
See you in a bit, Julie.
Don't forget to go across to John's.
Julie will be on John's. Me thinks I'm the oldest. Andy, you're the oldest. We're all 21 in this channel. There is no age. Age is a number, and we're as old as what we feel. Not who we feel, just how we feel.
It's like I said, we've all got a place in his heads where we're stuck in. Like, mine's probably in my 30s.
I'm in my 20s. I'm stuck. Yeah, my head's in my 20s. I don't think I ever grew up from 20s because I was still very child.
You know, you've got that certain era in your life that you're stuck in. Like people say, I love 80s music.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd like to think that at one point Stonehenge was a beautiful painted calendar, but due to the lovely weather of England, the paint has long since washed away. Interesting, could be. I'm 21 with 19 years experience. And when you stop feeling...
You're old.
And when you stop feeling you're old. No!
It's like I say, right? You get loads of people that, like me, I go to work, but it helps me because, like,
well, you were saying the other day, weren't you, Simon?
Yeah.
Well, I said to you the other day, if they offered you retirement at work, would you take retirement? And you just said no. because you said once I take retirement, and I know you don't mean it in that sense, but once you take retirement, you die, because
you do.
Your brain.
You stop thinking, you stop.
The life changes, doesn't it? It goes like down into a lockdown.
I feel about 465 today.
Exactly, Mags.
I've seen it with people, seen it with my own friends.
Oh, Joe. Yeah.
I've seen it with my mum, my dad. Like when they stopped working.
You're beautiful.
Their life changed.
Do you know, it's funny because with my granddad, when my granddad, he stopped working, he retired at 60. And I think my granddad made it to, I don't know if it was about 68 or 72, something like that. But he had Parkinson's, I think, when he turned late 40s. He started with first signs of Parkinson's, but he did it for quite a long time. And then once he retired, Parkinson's and Alzheimer's just after a few years they did. I mean, he had a good few retirement years, but it was poorly when he was doing. So. But
if he's carrying working and his brain is more active.
I agree with that, though, Steve. Retirement isn't the end. You just have to give
your mind
other things to keep it busy and stay physical. My nana was active till she was 95, and when she went to care home, she only lasted 6 months. Exactly. I mean, my nana, she's 94 this year. She lives on her own. She's very independent. Once she's got her hair and her makeup done, she doesn't even look in her 90s, does she, my nana? And she looks a lot younger than what she is.
But this is what I say about belief. It's what you believe.
Yeah.
Just because I believe that doesn't mean to say that everybody else has to agree with me.
No, but I think in a lot of cases it's true. I do think. But
it helps me. It helps me.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't like to retire. Although I say I wouldn't, I would. But if I did, then
then you'd have to focus on. But then if you did, I mean, retirement comes to everybody sooner or later. But I mean, as long as when you retire, you've got something to focus on to, then there's no reason for your brain not to keep active.
Well, I think this is why I do YouTube. I think YouTube keeps your brain active. Goes like searching for paranormal or ghosts, and then I'll be like that.
Content.
It does keep you active. And also, it's like I've said, but for me, like a memory for kids and for grandkids when they're older and I'm long gone, they can look back on this and say, oh my God, but how embarrassing is my nana? Do you know?
Right.
But yes, we are going to call it because it is 9:45 nearly. We are going to get drinks. We are going to get ready to go on John 6 Cents. Please pop over when he goes live and share out his live for but please share it out and tag happy birthday, love Deno. Look forward to seeing you all across there, and we can chat on there too. At least YouTube lets you interact instead of telling. Exactly, Bewitched. This keeps a lot of people. This keeps you like everybody going, not just creators. It keeps everybody in chat. So we all know we've got
thank you,
people
Rebecca.
here. I retired at 50, but my life is full. My husband retired at 60. He doesn't have to do anything. It takes or getting him out of the house. Exactly, Bonnie. Everybody just different in so. But yeah. I'm sure they will, Bonnie. I'll embarrass them sooner or later anyway. But yeah, in a good way, though, not a bad way. So, right then, my lovelies, like to thank you to Simon, Mr. GS, the man. Please pop across to Simon's channel and give him a subscribe. Also, pop, or if you're on Facebook and YouTube, you can also pop over John 6 Cents. And also, please subscribe to our lovely faces. And we look forward to seeing you all tomorrow night. Something will be happening tomorrow night. Whether I'm in or out, I'm not sure yet. But we'll
depending on weather, depends on if it's
well, yeah. If it's raining, we might do. If it's raining, I might do some ITC experiments in house, along with a few ghost stories that I've found
We'll
So yeah, so stay safe, everybody.
and we
Take
shall
care.
catch you with the chat on
And we'll
John.
see you in chat on John.
everyone.
At least I can go put some cream on me now.
Take care. Good night.
Sweet dreams. No, don't go to bed. Don't go to sleep.
You can work for a fag now.
Yeah.